Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, hope you guys are doing well. It's another beautiful day here in sunny South Florida. There's really no place I'd rather be than home. You know, just truthfully, it's a great place to be. But I wanted to talk about Amir Khan versus Kell Brook. You know, the big fights this weekend. Finally, after all these years of waiting and wishing, you know, we're finally going to get a resolution to this whole saga that's been going on for like 10 years. So I wanted to use this video right here to kind of just like talk about the fight, the styles, the matchup, and just some things, some adjustments I think we might see to both fighters' styles on the night that you guys should look out for. So yeah, let's talk about it. So Amir Khan, we'll start with Amir Khan. Amir Khan, he's been training with Terrence Crawford, Bomac, and the fine folks over there in Colorado Springs and Omaha, Nebraska for this fight. You know, and obviously, it should get people excited because, you know, we know when it comes to Terrence Crawford and the work that he puts in, it's second to none. You know, the guy trains his ass off. They go in the mountains. They've been running in Colorado Springs. And I think Amir Khan needs that kind of push, especially when you talk about a fight like this. He needs that kind of push for this fight. You know, there's been many times in his career where, you know, I think people get used to the speed of Amir Khan after 3 or 4 rounds. And I think being with people like Crawford and Bomac and sparring the likes of Maurice Hooker, that's all going to bode well for Khan moving forward. You know what I'm saying? So what kind of adjustments should we expect from Amir Khan when he fights Kell Brook, if we do expect any adjustments? Well, I think one adjustment we are going to see from Khan is you're going to see more feints. I feel like Khan in this fight will try to feint more. And the reason why feinting is such an important thing for Khan in this fight is because Amir Khan's the faster fighter. And when you're feinting someone, when you're in the ring and you're boxing, you're throwing those feints, you're throwing those little movements to break your opponent's rhythm and offset what he wants to do. This is good for Amir Khan because the more he's able to feint and have success with Kell Brook, the more he'll be able to display that hand speed, and it'll be to his advantage. The more he'll be able to catch Kell Brook with a punch he doesn't see coming. So I think we should expect to see the adjustment of Khan of good feints, obviously mixed in with the hand speed, and then obviously, you know, a couple of body shots. I think Khan, being in America, being with the Crawford team, he's going to be looking to throw some body shots on Kell Brook and try to take some gas out the tank of Kell Brook. So look for that from Khan. From the Brook side of things, you know, he's back with Dominic Engel, who he wasn't with for his last fight with Crawford. He was training with that Spanish dude, whatever his name was. Kell Brook, this fight for him, as he said many times, is very, very personal. You know, a lot of people have been making fun of him because they say Khan's been living in his head rent-free, and they've been saying that Khan has been taking the piss out of him and just clowning him. And I've really been enjoying the whole gloves are off thing with Khan and Brook. But from the Brook side of things, I feel like this fight for him, it's about getting back to basics. It's about being the special one again. And what I mean by that is, like, you know, Kell Brook, when he was at his best, he was known for a great power jab, versatility out of that southpaw stance, because people forget, Kell Brook is a switch hitter. Not like as good of a switch hitter as Terrence Crawford is, but he was a damn good switch hitter in his prime. He could box out that southpaw stance very, very brilliantly. So I would expect in this fight, you know, for Kell Brook at some point to switch into that southpaw stance and throw that power jab with the right hand, you know. And then once he does that, I feel like, you know, that will break the speed of Khan. If he's able to break the speed of Khan, Khan's a very beatable fighter. Everyone knows that. Everyone knows that if you can time Khan and you can break the speed of Khan, you beat him. And, you know, I would expect in the first couple rounds for Khan to get out to a better start than Kell, being that he's the speedier fighter. Normally, when you have 2 fighters and one guy is clearly faster than the other, the guy with the speed advantage always has the better start. The guy with the better timing and usually the better power, he normally comes on like between rounds 4 and 7. Those are his rounds to really figure the timing out, get it down and impose his will on the fight. So I think Kell Brook will, at some point in the fight, at some point in the first 7 rounds, you're gonna see Kell Brook show Khan a different look, which people forget. I think you're gonna see Kell Brook go to that southpaw stance, throw that power jab, and try to have his way with Khan. But aside from that, I was watching a sparring clip. I don't know if it was new, but I saw a sparring clip of a Brook, and I think you could even expect him to throw some body shots. I feel like both these fighters, even though they don't have the reputation for body shots, I think in this fight, because there's so much anger and hostility towards each other, and it's such a rivalry fight, I think there's gonna be at least a round or two in this fight where you see Khan and Brook, you get down in them trenches and try to land big body shots. So yeah, for Brook, the important thing is just getting back to the basics: the good power jab, the steak knife sharp right hand, aka the chocolate brownie. And I think he'll at some point in the fight show Amir Khan a different look out of the southpaw stance. And when he goes to that southpaw stance, that's all about breaking the speed and the rhythm of Khan. And once you're able to do that, you're able to time him and knock him out. So yeah, man. I don't have an official prediction yet, but I just want to kind of talk about some of the ways I think these guys will approach the fight and spitball at you guys and see what you got to say. So let me know what you think. Let me know what kind of adjustments, what kind of strategy you think Khan and Brook will use in this fight. Leave your comments down below. Make sure you take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God bless.